Hello there and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm George, of course. And how is everybody feeling? The season has finished, and the season has finished on a high note, a very high note indeed, hasn't it? Leeds United survive and we play Premier League football next season. It was touch and go, wasn't it? Let me know in the comments how you felt watching that game. Where did you watch it? Or were you in Brentford? Did you go to the game yesterday? How tense was it? And how much relief did you feel once that final whistle went and we finished with a 2-1 win against Brentford? The first win for Leeds United against Brentford in quite a long time. Away at Brentford, I should say. What a finish to the season it was. So tense. Leeds United did it. Jesse Marsch did it. And we are all very, very happy right now. I'm pretty sure we play Premier League football again for the third time in a row in the 22-23 season. So let's unpack the game then and get on with the review, the final review of the season. I'd just like to say, before I get going, thank you very much to everybody who has subscribed to the channel, liked the video, left a comment in the section below there. Thank you very much. More to come from me in the new season and in between as well, with the summer transfers and everything that's going on. Hopefully it will be a busy transfer window for Leeds United. We do need to really up the ante with the squad depth, with the squad quality. Yes, we do indeed. And in the aftermath of the game yesterday, of course, Fabrizio Romano, the well-known, well-respected journalist, came out and said that Brendan Aronson, we all know him, he is coming now to Leeds United. Paperwork is just to be done. He's agreed personal terms months ago, he said, and I'm pretty sure what would have happened with that transfer is, Salzburg would have said, yeah, he'll go to Leeds if you remain a Premier League team. Obviously we did, so Aronson comes along. 28 million apparently. So Leeds United need to splash the cash in the summer, get some real good players in, get the squad depth going, and we'll see what happens next season. I don't believe that we will be in this position come this time next year. We'll have probably had a decent season, let's hope so. Somebody's going to come back to this in a year and see what's what. But yeah, look, yeah, I predict we'll probably have a better season than we did this time. Very, very tense atmosphere at Brentford. Obviously, we had to win. We could draw, but we were relying on Newcastle to beat Burnley. Now, I was quite confident that Newcastle would do just that, and obviously, in the end, they did. But it was touch and go, wasn't it? It was, obviously, it doesn't help the nerves, does it? But generally, I was confident that Newcastle would win. I wasn't so confident that we'd beat Brentford, but we did. And we played probably the best game under Marsch, in my opinion, of those 12 games that we've had under him. Real grit, real determination. And I was thinking, where has this been the rest of the season? Running, trying to get balls back, trying to get the ball back, quick play, confident on the ball. I mean, Calvin Phillips looked a completely different player from the one that we've seen since he's come back from injury. Very composed on the ball, running that midfield, as we've been so used to seeing him do, particularly last season. But he was in that 4-1-4-1 formation. I mean, here's the lineup. It was a big call from Jesse Marsch to put young Sam Greenwood in from the start, his first start of his Leeds United career. He has looked good. He's looked decent, Greenwood, in times. Got a couple of assists, hasn't he, to his name this season. He's done well, but to put him in from the start, a big, big ask. But he did okay, didn't he? I mean, young Geoffrey Gelhardt led the line. Greenwood was just behind him with Rodrigo. Then you had Harrison and Rafinha on the wings, Calvin Phillips as the CDM, and then Firpo on the left, which incidentally I thought Junior Firpo had a very good game yesterday. Robin Koch again on the right hand side. Maybe that's something that they're going to look to use going forward to next season, because of course Luke Ayling will be he's done his suspension now, but he's injured for the majority of the first half of next season. Stuart Dallas obviously on the left side is injured as well. So do we put Koch in there? Do we get a new couple of full-backs, which in my opinion we probably need as cover. But let's wait and see. But those two on the wings did okay. Obviously the centre-backs, Diego Llorente and Liam Cooper, for me, the villains of the bunch, if there was any, in the first half in particular. I mean, none of them are the villains of the piece for this one, but they looked extremely nervy, did Diego Llorente and Liam Cooper, especially. Well, they both looked as nervy as the next one. You know, Llorente put us under pressure in the first minute and made a mess of a long ball, and immediately we were put under pressure with a corner. Liam Cooper tried to play it out on one occasion, got caught out. Sonny Mbuemo is on the attack, and their attack, I don't know what was up with them yesterday, but they weren't at it. They got into the final third, they'd mess up. They weren't at it, were they, at all? And there was the point where Christian Eriksen curled a delicious ball in from a free kick, but it was just too far. I think it was Vizza, wasn't it? He couldn't quite get it, turn it on target. But the threat was there in those little bits of quality. They do have quality on the pitch to Brentford, but it just didn't come out yesterday. And obviously, it was a much bigger game for Leeds. Brentford safe and sound. They've had a very respectable, very good season. I think they finished 13th, was it? You know, really good for their first season. Let's see how they get on in the dreaded second season, which we obviously struggled with this time round, but we have come up, you know, well and still in the Premier League after that. And we, like I said, we get the hat-trick, the third in a row Premier League season. Let's see how we get on. But it was nervy, wasn't it? It was nervy. Obviously, we needed Newcastle to win, like I said, and then they go ahead. And almost simultaneously, Joffrey scores, doesn't he? But he's chalked off the VAR. He's offside by that much. You know, it's not much, but he's offside. It was a nice finish. Smashed it in. I don't know who just chipped it through to him. Maybe it was Rodrigo. I don't know. But it was a lovely goal. Obviously chalked out. But like I said, simultaneously, Callum Wilson scored that penalty in Burnley. They go 1-0 up Newcastle, and you're thinking, here we are, we're pretty all right here. They're losing, we're drawing. That's all we need. Like I said, if Burnley lost, we needed just a draw to stay up, and that was what was happening up until half time. Second half rolls around. It was compact from Leeds. We're doing all right. Jesse Marsh said before the game that at half time he'd probably let the players know what the Burnley score was, and I think he did that. I don't know whether that gave them a bit of a lift. It must have done, obviously. And the fans out on the pitch, in the stands, they would know. They were singing and dancing. They knew the score. Of course they did. And we start the second half. We do again. We start well. Rafinha's looking good, and it's him who makes the moment for that penalty. Obviously, it's Raya makes an error of his clearance straight to Rafinha. Can't really do that when the likes of Rafinha are on the pitch. You know, it's a penalty all day long. Yellow card for Raya. And Rafinha, a massive moment. He steps up, stutters with his run-up, but he puts it straight in the top corner. Keeper goes the wrong way. Wild celebrations in the way end. And Rafinha runs towards them. Everybody's going mental. In the 56th minute, was it? And you think, here we are then. Suddenly Burnley go 2-0 down. Callum Wilson scores again, and you're thinking, here we are, we're going to be safe here. What do you know, sort of midway through the second half, Gelhardt comes off, Jesse puts on Strauch, and you just think, oh, is it a case of having what we hold, holding what we have here? You know, a bit of a defensive sub that, and it was a little bit too early to be doing that, in my opinion. A couple of minutes later, who comes on but Sergi Canos, and he loves a goal against Leeds, a little bit of a SHIT house, isn't he? When we play Brentford, he scored at Ellen Road. He was altercations a few seasons back with Gianni Alioski at Ellen Road as well. And what should he do but score the equaliser, of course? Anybody, but it had to be him, didn't it? It's a lovely header really in the end, isn't it, when you look back at it? Cross from the right. He arcs the header in. Robin Cox should do better, loses his man on the right side, but it goes straight in the top corner. He takes his shirt off, and what a costly decision that was. He said on his social media afterwards, I will never take my shirt off again, or something like that. You know, obviously Moments later, Rafinha bursts down the right-hand side. He fouls him, second yellow card for him. Off he goes, and suddenly Brentford down to 10 men. We're pushing for that winner. Jesse Marshall after the game, didn't he? We wanted to make sure it was in our own hands. Our fate was decided by ourselves in words similar to that. You know, I don't know exactly what he said, but it was similar to that. He wanted them to take hold of it and win the game, and they were certainly pushing. You know, and Burnley get a goal back. Maxwell Cornet lashed one in, and it's suddenly 2-1. Game on. We're 1-1. A goal for Burnley would send us down, and they came close in that game. They really did. Brentford are also looking quite good, and they're now down to 9 men because they've made all 3 subs, and one lad goes off injured, so they finished the game with 9 men. And Leeds are piling forward, trying to get that goal to secure it. And what happens in the 94th minute? We've seen it so many times this season from Leeds United. Points saved in stoppage time. I think it's 11 points, is it? Something like that we've saved from scoring late goals. Obviously, Pascal did it a week ago. Now it was Jack Harrison's turn. The corner comes in, it gets knocked out. Straight in. First time shot, Jack Harrison deflected, shot into the bottom corner, and again, wild scenes. We know now this is Leeds United safe. Burnley are losing, we are winning. It doesn't matter if they score, because they would be on 36, we'd be on 38. As it finished, we finish on 38, they finish on 35, and they go down. Any Burnley fans watching, I am not sorry at all. I'm sorry. I am not sorry, because you are going down. It had to be you or us. I am very happy that you will play Championship football next season. And yeah, absolute jubilation, jubilant scenes. Let me know if you were there. It looked absolutely madness. The full-time whistle goes. Rafinha somehow makes his way into the crowd there. He's dancing and singing along with the Leeds United faithful. The fans, the players, come right across to the fans. They're singing and dancing and everything like that. And who saw Rafinha on his knees walk the whole length of the Brentford pitch at the end of the game? People asking what that was. It was apparently a Brazilian ritual, ancient ritual, religious ritual, where if you pray for something and it comes true, that is a sort of a thanks to God. He was thanking his God there, with a walk on your knees to thank them for that, for granting that prayer, for making it come true. He walked the whole length of the Brentford field on his knees, and we all know Rafinha's going to go. Well, will he? He might not, but it's pretty much nailed on. He's going to go. Barcelona are going to knock down our door, I think, for a transfer fee. They're going to have to pay top dollar for him now. I think apparently today we've already knocked back a 40-odd million bid from them for Rafinha. But does he stay? Let me know. Does he stay? It was all nailed on. If he were going to get relegated, of course he was going to go for cut price. But will he stay? Will he defy the odds and stay with Leeds United? Maybe Jesse has said, look, I know this season was bad, but you played really well. You know that you're going to be the star man again. Maybe we can push for something. Maybe we can build something at Leeds United. It's very unlikely, but maybe he does. Really, realistically, he needs top-end football now, doesn't he? Champions League football, really, now. And winning trophies and stuff. But let's wait and see. You don't know. Leeds United obviously means a great deal to him. But I think there is the other side of the coin where it means a lot to him because he knows he's going and he really didn't want us to see us get relegated. That's the other side of it, isn't it? He cares a lot, obviously, but he really didn't want us to go down. Now he can almost leave with a clear conscience. So he can really. He's done the best. He's done the best for us You know, is it 12 goals I think he ended with in the end? I mean, that penalty, absolutely, you know, really pressure moment, and he didn't look like he felt it at all. Straight in the goal. We are safe. And it's been a real, you know, real long season, hasn't it? Really, really long. Seems to have gone on for ages, but now we can almost relax. We are playing Premier League football for the next season, 22-23 season. Let's see what that one holds. But let me know how relieved you are in the comments. Let me know, you know, were you there, like I said at the top. But yeah, thank you. It's my last review of the season. I'll be back through the summer with different videos, transfer videos, this, that and the other throughout the summer. But then obviously into next season, a few new ideas and everything for the channel. So let me know as well in the comments what you would like to see in the channel in the new season, the new Premier League season for Leeds United. What a way to end it, a 2-1 win away at Brentford, a place that Leeds United had not won for something daft like 60 years or something like that. And also the shirt that I'm wearing right now is a lucky one, it seemed, for Leeds United this season. 4 times played in it, no defeats, 2 wins, 2 draws, 8 points accumulated. Let me know as well, does anybody know a stat? Is it the first kit that we have not lost in a single season? I've got a feeling it might be. You know, it might be. We've not lost in this shirt. I don't think that's ever been done in any kit before. I know we've only played in it 4 times, but we could have lost all 4. So it's quite a stat that in itself. But thanks very much for watching. We are staying up. I bet everybody enjoyed themselves yesterday with that news coming in. Thank you very much for watching. A great season done. Well, finally done. And we stay up. Thanks for watching. Marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.